Hello students, continuing with our topic of total assets to debt ratio. Today I am going to share hints related to question number 47 to question number 54. Hints for these questions. Okay, so let us begin with the first question, that is question number 47. Now see, question number 47 is very simple. Long term debts are given, total assets are given, and for our formula what do we require? Total assets to debt ratio is equals to total assets divided by long term debt. So this is very simple, you can get it. Question number 48 is as same as what I have already discussed in the previous video. So starting with question number 49, see, total debts rupees 60 lakh, shareholders fund rupees 10 lakh, reserve and surplus 2 lakh 50,000, current assets 25 lakh, working capital 5 lakh. Calculate total assets to debt ratio. Now for this ratio what do we require? First of all, write down the formula. Total assets to debt ratio is equals to total assets divided by long term debts. Okay, now do we have total assets and long term debts? Just check it. We do not have total assets, but we have total debts. But for this what we require is long term debts, and here it is saying total debts. So what we'll do, we'll have to subtract current liabilities from that. That means short term debts we have to subtract, but we are not having short term debts also. But here one thing you are having, that is working capital. I have already explained you what is working capital, and we know the formula for working capital, what it is. Working capital is equals to total assets less current liabilities. Okay, so let us write working capital is equals to current assets less current liabilities. Okay, now we are having working capital as 5 lakh and we are having current assets as 25 lakh. But we are not having current liabilities. From here you can get your current liabilities. This will go here and this will come here. So current liabilities is equals to 20 lakh. Right? So you got your current liabilities. Now you are having total debts, which consist of short debts plus long debts, both. Okay, so we are having total debts as 60 lakh and we got our short debts as 20 lakh. So we'll get our long debts from here. Debts, that is, this will go here. So your long term debts is equals to 40 lakh, correct? 60 lakh less 20 lakh will give you 40 lakh. Now you got your long term debts. Now what about total asset? Now in the previous sum, which was explained in the previous sum, we know that total asset is total of shareholders fund and total debts. Now see, reserves and surplus is already part of shareholders fund. Okay, because shareholder fund already includes this. So we do not need to add this again, but we can add this as capital and this as liability. So we'll get our total assets from here. Okay, so our total asset will be shareholders fund plus total debts. So total asset, we can find the shareholders fund is given as 10 lakh and total debts is given as 60 lakh. So you'll get as 70 lakh as your total asset. You got your total assets, you have your long term debts. Now you can apply this formula and you can find out the ratio. Okay, now see, next question is question number 50, which is very simple. Total debts is given to us as 15 lakh. Okay, we are given total debts as 15 lakh and current liabilities are also given to us as 5 lakh, because total debts always includes current liabilities also. Okay, we want long term debts, so we'll subtract and get our total long term debts. Now we are given capital employed here. So I hope you remember what was capital employed. Okay, so capital employed was amount which was invested by the owners in the firm, and we have learned about two formulas. So here you'll see capital employed have assets aspect also and liabilities aspect also. You have to see what you are given here and what you have to find. Now for formula you want total assets, okay, and you are having current liability. So here which formula of capital employed will you apply? You'll apply capital employed is equals to, this is question number 50, you'll apply capital employed is equals to total assets less current liabilities. This formula we have already learned. Okay, so we are given capital employed as 15 lakh, total assets you are not having, but you are having current liabilities as 5 lakh. Now this will go here, so it will give you 20 lakh as your total assets. Okay, you got your total assets, and we are having total debts, but what we require is long term debt. So you can subtract this 15 lakh minus 5 lakh, you'll get your answer as 10 lakh total long term debts, and you are already having total assets. You can apply the formula. Okay, it was very simple, right? Now coming to question number 51, calculate total assets to debt ratio. Again here what you are given, total assets, simple total assets you are given. Okay, so one aspect is given. Now another aspect is also given, total debts, which also includes your short term debts. And see, short term debts are already here. Creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft, outstanding expenses are given to us. These all are part of current liabilities. So if you add these all, you'll get your current liabilities, and if you deduct this all from total debts, you'll get your, what you'll get? You'll get your long term debts. If you deduct total debts is long term debts plus current liabilities. Now current liabilities are these all: creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft, outstanding expenses. These all are current liabilities. So if you add, you'll get your current liabilities. Total debts are here, so if you subtract, you'll get your long term debts. Okay, and total assets are already given. So this is very simple. And question number 52 is as same as what we did for question number 49, so you can do it. I'll explain you next sum, that is question number 53. Now here what you are given is equity share capital given, long term borrowings are given, surplus, that means profit is given. This is one type of reserve. General reserve, current liabilities and long term provisions are given. So if you see this is all part of your liability side, right? All the parts of liability side of balance sheet is here. That means you can find out total asset from this. How? Because this is all equals to total liability. Here also you have to find this ratio only. Okay, so if you add equity, long term borrowing, surplus, general reserve, current liabilities and long term provision, you'll get your total liability, because this is part of liability. So here you'll get your total liability and your total liabilities are equal to total assets. Okay, so here you are given total liabilities, all these. If you add these all, okay, you'll get it as 9 lakh. I have already added. You have to show the working of adding all these, so you'll get it as 9 lakh, that is total assets. So you'll get your total assets by adding all these, because these all are part of liability. Okay, so you got your total asset. Now what about your long term debts? It's very simple. Long term debts are among this only. See, long term borrowing and long term provision, both are part of long term long term debts. Okay, so both are part of long term debts. So your long term debts will be long term borrowing plus long term provision. Long term borrowing is given to us as 1,80,000 and provision is given as 1,20,000. Adding this, you'll get it as 3 lakh. So you got your long term debts as 3 lakh. You are having your total assets and 9 lakh. You can divide and find out the ratio. Now moving to our last question, that is question number 54. Here also you have to find total assets to debt ratio. See here what you are given, fixed assets are given, non-current investment, current assets, long-term borrowings, this part of liability, so write L here, okay. Accumulated depreciation, again see this is a concept here, fixed assets are given as gross and here is accumulated depreciation. So when you calculate fixed assets, you have to deduct this accumulated depreciation from this. Then long-term loans and advances, this is part of asset, this is part of liability, current liabilities, and long-term provisions also part of liabilities. Now see, all the aspects for total assets are already given to us. We can find our total assets here by adding fixed assets, non-current investment, current assets, and long-term loans and advances. Okay, so for question number 54, you can find out your total assets as fixed assets plus non-current investment plus current assets plus long-term loans and advances. Okay, now see fixed assets, I'll write it as 6 lakh less 1 lakh because it is gross is given, the depreciation is not deducted from this, so 6 lakh less 1 lakh. Then plus we'll write non-current investment as 10,000 plus we are given current assets as 2,50,000 plus long-term loan and advances is given as 40,000. Okay, if you add this you'll get your answer as 8 lakh. Okay, so you got your total assets. Now what next? We have to find total debts. Now you can find your total debts from here. You are given long-term borrowings 3 lakh, current liabilities is not part of it, and long-term provisions 1 lakh. So total debts will be 4 lakh adding this both. So total debts will be long-term borrowing plus long-term provisions. So that will be 3 lakh plus 1 lakh, that's equals to 4 lakh. You are having your total assets as 8 lakh, you are having total debts as 4 lakh. You can divide and find out the answer. Okay, so this is all about total assets to debt ratio. We'll finish this topic after completing this sum. I'll hope this hints will help you to solve your assignment. Thank you.